are awaking them.
Yalla, good. Okay, so good morning to those who are already awake, and we hope that the rest they will come along. There is nothing like a morning sleep, and that's probably the best part about staying at home in a lockdown, that you can sleep. صح?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, today we're going to have a second look at paragraph writing, and it is this time we're going to focus on something called coherence. Coherence, it is the way that your essay or your paragraph, along with the rest of the paragraphs, it has a kind of uh, tight relationship, the sentences with the one another, the parts with one another. So coherence, it's like when it is united, but it also sticks to one topic and it has a kind of flow in it. This is coherence. So today we are going to look at the 5 elements. We have already talked about the transitional expressions. I took this information out of our PDF. Okay, so and then I added some exercises so that it becomes more practical. But after I'm done with this presentation, it is yours, and then it is part of our study. So first of all, we have the transitional expressions. Do you remember last time we used some transitional words? We said
Yeah,
that
like
some,
for example, or
yeah, there are, they put them into categories where they
yeah.
said that some of them are for illustrations or examples, others are
Different.
to relate time or to show
Time
that
and
there is a change in direction, right?
yeah.
We're going to have a look, a quick look at them. Then there are the transitional sentences. Now, I know I have been telling you that we are dealing with the paragraph, but you know that if you put 2 or 3 paragraphs together, you have an essay. So the transitional sentences, they have the job of introducing the next new paragraph in an essay. Okay, so it's a way that you can stock all of these paragraphs on one another so that you have a whole essay to deal with. Then there is also something called pronouns. Pronouns, it's like he, she, it, I know, but it is how do you substitute a pronoun for a certain word in your text to create this coherence instead of a lot of repetition of unnecessary words. Then there is also the effect of synonyms. Synonyms are very important to use in your writing because they make the flow more beautiful and also less boring to read. But sometimes you have to repeat certain words, and those words are usually the keywords. So we have also, as an element of coherence, repeating keywords. I'm going to do the following with you. In our work, we will look at the theory, or yani a short explanation. Then we will have an exercise on each of these elements. And at the end, there is one exercise that introduces this repetition and synonyms and pronouns in one exercise. So guys, you need a pen and paper, that's all, so that you can write down your answers aside and then share them with me. I'll give you 2 minutes every time so that you can work through the paragraph. First of all, we just have a quick review of the, just a moment. Shukran. Okay, so it's just that was someone on the door at the door. And here we have a quick review at what it was we were talking about last time, where we were reading the transitional expressions in a paragraph. So we had something called addition signals, time signals, change of direction, illustration signals, and also conclusion summary signals. These are the most common transition. I have put them here as well. You need to go back to them sometimes. Sorry, I also see that we have time signals. Within it, we also have the space signals. It's put in the same paragraph here. Okay, Hella, what are we going to do? We're going to do a very quick exercise with this one. Here we have a paragraph. I want you to have a quick look at it, and I want you to find 4 transitions used in this paragraph. So all you need to do is write them aside on a piece of paper and give yourself a moment just to read and get back to me, okay? So I'm going to stop. You don't answer now. because there are very obvious answers, but I want everyone to collect 4 words that are related to these, okay, these elements. We don't need to say whether they are addition signals or so on. We just need to find them to start with, okay? So give yourself a moment. I will tell you when the moment is over. Okay, guys, so who's ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna take down the names again like last time so that we don't have the same people answering all the questions. And my dear student, who is it that is participating?
Nadia.
Nadia. Okay, so Nadia, I'm gonna take your answer. You can answer.
Next, first, then, finally.
So we have here, next.
First.
I'm just going to try to find my pen, just a moment, if it will.
Okay.
So we had next, and then you have first. Where do you see first? Second
The
line.
first line. That first line.
You do this first. Okay, then, and then what do you have else?
Then.
Then, and?
Finally. In
finally.
the last.
Okay. So I'm gonna have a
There
look.
is after.
Where?
After dressing in.
Okay.
Finally to.
After. Okay. So you think that after it could also be something to organize your actions, okay?
Yeah.
So we notice that we have 5. It could be that there are 5 and I have forgotten one. So anyone who has an addition, anyone who doesn't agree with one of the parts? If you notice that this kind of paragraph, it is like a process paragraph. We say this is a process paragraph because it shows you how to do something. So it takes you from the beginning of a session and then and next and finally, and after you have done that, this is a kind of explanation of how to do things in a certain sequence, okay? So that if you, in the future, are going to give instructions to someone, like in the medical field, you also will be using this kind of these kind of transitions, because you tell them first you do this, then, and after that, because these are the words you will be using. So, okay, basically, let's go to the answer key. It's right here. So yes, there are 5. Excellent job. I was asking for 4 and there were 5. So we have the next and first, then, after, and finally. So Nadia, very good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hala, we're going to have a look at another one, but it's a bit more difficult. So I want you to have your paper ready and have a look at this one. It is a transition exercise with 4 gaps. And we have here 4 examples or 4 words for transition. So what I want you to do is I want you to find which goes where. And again, I'm going to silent you for a moment, and I'm going to silent myself and have a sip of coffee until you are done. And I'll also look at it as well. Okay, so don't worry, I'm still here, but I just take off the camera so I can have a sip of coffee. Still waiting for you. You have 1 minute. Yalla. Okay, guys, and your minute is up. Who would like to do this one?
No, me.
I can do it.
Yalla, just a moment. And we have Wafa. Yalla,
Yes.
yalla. You can go ahead. Okay,
First of all, there are the people with annoying nervous habits.
okay.
Another, there are the ones who make faces. When in deep thought, they
Okay, can I
twitch,
stop
speak
you?
back.
Can I stop you just for a moment, Wafa?
Yeah.
Wafa, I know that I have divided them into lines, but this is a paragraph.
Yes.
If you start your paragraph and you say, first of all, there are the people with annoying habits. And then the next sentence, it says, there are the ones who make faces when in deep thought, kaza, kaza. I don't think at this point you are ready to introduce a new idea because this was your topic sentence. So another, it means now I have a new idea, صح?
Yes.
So maybe we want to make another choice?
For example?
Yeah, that's better. So I think we should go with, for example, there are those who make faces. Okay?
Yeah.
So is there something you want to switch around just to check your answers before you give me the third one?
Yes. Just a minute.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Wafa.
And frown, and they can be a real distraction when I'm trying to concentrate during an exam.
Yes.
Another type of nervous character
Good job.
make useless designs. These people bend paper clips into abstract sculptures or string the clips into necklaces as they talk.
Mhm.
However, neither of these groups
Yes.
is as bad as the people who make noises. These individuals, when they are feeling uncomfortable, bite their fingernails or crack their knuckles. If they have a pencil in their hand, they tap it rhythmically against whatever surface is handy. A desk, a book, a head lacking a pencil to play with. They jingle the loose change or keys in their pockets. These people make me wish I were hard of hearing.
Eh. Okay. Is there anyone here in class who have a problem with noises like the last paragraph here? This one, that people who make noises. Anyone who doesn't have the tolerance to hear something tapping, or maybe a phone clicking all the time, or neighbors playing music? Is there anyone who has that problem?
Yeah.
Of course.
What annoys you the most? What sound annoys you the most?
Everything noisy.
Yeah, like there are some sounds that you don't. For example, when let's say it's raining, people, they like to hear the rain maybe, but maybe another sound that is repetitive. And I have, for
Like
example, go ahead.
tapping pencil and other things.
Yeah, tapping on the table, or if someone in class, sits with their pen and they keep
Yes.
pressing it down, and there is the sound of food. I have a problem with that. I don't like sitting next to people who are eating. If I can hear them, that annoys me a lot. I don't know if anyone has that issue as well. Okay, so this was an exercise here. And this is these are the right answers. So we start with first of all, and then for example, then another, and finally we have the last one. It was however. However, notice that after it comes neither. You were talking about two groups here, but yet none of them. So it would be neither of them. And that is why this is the correct answer. Now, we're going to have a look at the second coherence element, which is called transitional sentences. So here we were talking about one an expression that comes at the beginning of a sentence, but it is not a sentence in its own sense. It is just a linker, okay, between sentences. But when we talk about transitional sentences, we are talking about a sentence that is at the beginning of a paragraph, and it is always at the beginning of the second, body paragraph or the third body paragraph, not before. So here they call it first supporting paragraph or the second paragraph. Yes, so my point is it's down here. It's the second supporting paragraph. And in this case, we have to join two things. We have to use a transitional word. We have to use a word that is introducing the topic sentence, yani the new topic, and a word that also links to the previous topic sentence we were talking about. So before we go on, we need to remember, when we are writing an essay, okay, we are no longer writing just one paragraph. We are writing 3 paragraphs which have 3 different ideas that all support one thesis statement. So here is a thesis statement we can look at together to understand what it means. This is about why you should buy, you should set up a TV station at home and not go to the movies. They say here, cheaper cost, greater comfort, and superior electronic technology make watching football at home more enjoyable than attending a game at the stadium. So it's about not going to games, but watching them at home. So we have here 3 ideas. These 3 ideas, how are they going to be divided over the essay? What can you tell me about these 3 ideas? What do you expect?
One is talking about the cost
Yeah,
of the
good.
things, and the next paragraph will be about the great comfort, how much I will be comfort with this.
Yes. And
And then the superior electric technology,
it will
it will
be
be.
for number 3. Very good. So when
Yeah.
you come in with a topic, with a thesis statement, and you are stating all of the ideas, you need to respect the order that you gave. So what we would expect here, we need something as a synonym or something that refers to cheaper cost in the first topic sentence of the first paragraph. So here, the cheaper cost, it goes down with eliminates the cost. We have here the first supporting sentence, it is, or first supporting paragraph, it has the sentence of a topic sentence. It is not related to our transitional sentence yet. So it says, for one thing, this is a transitional word, watching the game on TV eliminates the cost of attending the game. All of this, it is a topic sentence which just had a transitional word in the beginning. Good? Are we all agreeing on this part? What we want to do now, when we have a transitional sentence is we want to include the old idea, which was cheaper cost, and we want to make an addition in a new topic sentence, which has to talk about greater comfort. Okay, so we need the word comfortable or a synonym. Okay, so notice here there is a pink word down here, comfortable. So we have, when I want to make an addition, I also want to use a word that refers to addition. So you have a few options, not so many. You can say in addition to, or you can say besides, okay, besides. And then when you say in addition to, then you're going to mention your first idea, and then you say some more and you introduce your second topic sentence. When we say besides, again, you have your first idea and you're going to introduce your second idea. So let's have a look at how it looks in the, as I said, second supporting sentence, which is the first sentence that can have a transitional sentence. We say, in addition to saving money, watching the game at home is more comfortable than sitting in a stadium. Can you cut this down for me and tell me where is the transitional word? Where is the new idea? Where is the old idea? How is it?
Transitional word in addition. First idea, saving money, and the second idea is more comfortable than sitting in a stadium.
Okay, who was talking? Nadia again.
Nadia.
Nadia, انت
Yeah.
هلا you are on hold. I love your interaction, but we need more than 3 people to interact. We are 24 in the class, okay? So now you are on hold. Hala, we have the excellent answer that you gave. In addition to, notice, in addition to, we have an ing form. In addition to saving money, which was the idea of cheaper cost or eliminating the cost, it's again, it is a synonym, but it is exactly the idea that I was talking about. So in addition to saving me money, then we have also in the ing form, watching the game at home is more comfortable than sitting in a stadium. Watching the game at home is more comfortable than sitting in a stadium. So we have the idea of greater comfort coming in at the second. This is how we are introducing the second topic sentence, but because it was combining with a previous idea and a transition, then it is now a transitional sentence, all of it. Okay? Transitional sentence with the new topic sentence. Anyone who didn't get this idea, because we're going to apply. Type, we can do something together. Let's do something together first. I'm going to do the following with you. We need to write the third supporting paragraph. What will it be? I'm going to say we're going to use this one, besides, okay? Besides, and I want the idea from the second body paragraph here, which was it was about comfortable. I want besides, it has to be the idea of comfortable. And then we want to introduce idea number 3. So we are basically dealing with idea number 2 and idea number, what, 3. Good? We want to combine these two inside this paragraph. Who can do it? You understand? Do you want me to do it? So what we want to do is before, okay, besides, so we say besides being.
Doctor, can
Being comfortable.
Okay, so I'm going to say, besides being more comfortable, now we need to, again, remember, it is about watching the game at home. Besides being more comfortable, watching the game at home. Sure. What will it be? We want the third idea.
The superior electronic technology.
Yes, but we need. We need a verb.
Or video game or something like that.
No, we will keep this idea, but what we need is a verb. So here we say we were more comfortable watching the game at home. It could be something like allows, gives, has, presents. Okay, so it is, you need a verb. So you can have watching the game at home allows you superior electronic. You see how electronic technology. Or it could see allows you, for example, to enjoy, because it's all about enjoying and being comfortable, right? So the whole thing here, I'm going to add the small sentence we had besides. So again, can someone help me? What are the parts that we have here? Can we analyze this together?
There's beside and
beside.
then,
What is beside in relation to our, in relation to our theory? What is beside? Can you name it? It is a transitional.
Transition.
It's a transitional word. This is
Word.
besides. But the whole thing here, what is it? Because it mentions the topic.
Sentence.
What is it now?
The second main idea.
Yeah, it mentions the second idea. So we call this that it is a transitional
Sentence.
sentence. Very good. So besides being more comfortable, and then we have, this was idea number 2 because it was in the paragraph number 2. Then we have watching the game at home. What is this?
Is it this the next main idea of the
So
third
it is
paragraph?
the third
Topic sentence.
idea, and it is also a topic sentence. Very good. So what we're doing in a transitional sentence basically is we are mentioning something we all know because we want to keep everything tied together. So besides doing this, we also do that, okay? This is all we're doing. We just mentioned the idea before. Now, it's no secret that when you start with paragraph number 1A, you can't have an idea before because this is your first idea. That is why this is only effective for second supporting paragraph and third supporting paragraph, okay? So an essay usually is about introduction, conclusion, 3 body paragraphs. So this is how it is going to work together. We're going to have a look now at this part. Now here we want to make a thesis. We want to read the thesis and we want to use the parts to make our own transitional sentences. Okay, so I have written it in a way that should be easy. What do we do first? We study our thesis statement for the 3 ideas. Who can help me other than Wafa, Nahla, Nadia? I need a new name. If you don't volunteer, I will choose you. So go ahead. Can I have Marwa? Marwa Abdel Nabi. Are you here?
Yeah, doctor.
Hello, dear. Can you please read the topic, the thesis statement here? This one.
The most helpful values I learned from my parents are the importance of family support, of hard work, and a good education.
Marwa, you are the one who wasn't allowed to introduce yourselves in the first session, Mahek?
Yeah,
Yeah, so good that I chose you. Marwa, can you help me here find the 3 ideas so that I can jot down where the 3 ideas are?
yeah, I can.
So what we need, the most helpful values I learned from my parents are, and then he's counting. Can you help me number them?
The importance of family support.
Yes, this is going to be number 1. And then it
Hard
seems that he
work.
wants the idea of the importance, it goes again. So it is the importance of hard work
Yeah,
and
importance of good education.
okay. So he's saying that his parents, they taught him 3 main values: family support, hard
Yeah,
work, and good education. So we have already established that in the first body or first supporting paragraph, we cannot have a traditional sentence that we want to work on. So he says in his first sentence, first, my parents taught me that family members should stick together. This is support, okay?
yeah,
Especially in times of trouble. So this is his first paragraph. Fair enough. He's going to talk about that and give some examples. Now we want to use that idea along with a transitional phrase and make it into a transitional sentence with a topic sentence. Do you want to? I'm going to
yeah.
give everyone a moment to think because I don't want you to jump into this. So again, I'm going to have a sip of coffee and you're going to work on this. Notice they have already chosen for you the transitional word that you're going to say in addition to, teaching me about the importance of, and you need to fill in the blank. My parents taught me the value of, and you need to fill in the blank. So it's almost done for you. Can you do it without a pause? Marwa?
Yeah, I can.
You can? Okay, let us hear it.
Uh, In addition to teaching me about the importance of family support,
Yeah. So this one, it has to
my
be
parents
family
taught me
support.
the value of,
Yeah, good job.
yeah,
So here we have family support. Good job. And my family taught me the value of.
hard work.
Excellent. Now I'm going to stop you, Marwa. We want someone else to do the next part. Thank you so much for engaging. I'm going to choose another
You're
student
welcome.
because most of them are so shy. I have here Maria. Would you like to introduce the next idea?
Yes,
Okay.
along with the value of hard work, my
Eh,
parents emphasized the benefits of good education.
Okay, good. So basically what we're doing here is we are just adding the ideas from the previous supporting paragraph, and this is all called a transitional sentence. So I noticed that there is also a third way we can do it. We say instead of saying besides, we can say along with. That's also a good one. So this is how we make a transitional sentence. Excellent work, guys. I don't know who's calling, but I am having a phone call somewhere. So we continue here. The third idea that we have is about pronouns. Now there are only a few minutes left on this session, Yani, so we have to go to session number 2. But I'm going to tell you what we need to do. We have pronouns like he and she and I, you, they, we. All of these pronouns, they help us to connect ideas. But what we do is when we have, for example, said my father, we could insert another word like he as a pronoun instead of saying my father, my father, my father the whole way through. So it is a kind of substitution that would work. Now, in this case, we have here a paragraph that I would love if you would read and underline the pronouns that you see in and relate them to the noun that they were referring to. Okay, I'm gonna have to take the phone because they're calling my home phone now. Okay, guys, so we're back. Who wants to do this one? Sorry, it's going to cut off. Let's do it on the next video, okay? Yalla, meet me in the second recording.